You're listening to Board Again Games as we learn about different things in the tabletop gaming community, whether that's board games, card games, RPGs, or game design. In this episode, we're going to spend some time with my friend George Breden as we play Earthborn Rangers and also Shadowrift. Hey everyone, this is Christopher with Board Again Games, and I'm here with my friend George Breden. I've actually never said your last name out loud before.
Breden. It's Breden.
Breden. Okay, yeah. George Breden. And we're going to play some Earthborn Rangers. We're hanging out tonight playing some different games. But we're going to play Earthborn Rangers. He's going to talk through it. I've played before, but it's been a while, so he's going to give us an explanation about the game, and you'll hopefully learn why it's a really great game. I enjoyed it when I played it before. But go ahead and talk about it, George.
Sure, I've had a great time with it. This is a game where you're going to be playing these Rangers of the future. So the world is post-apocalyptic, but in a sense that the apocalypse was just ages ago, and now the world has regrown, and people had gone into bunkers, in order to allow the world to do that. And so now you're coming out, and there are these groups of people that are living out in this new sort of expanse, and the Rangers are the people that travel around from group to group and help people out and sort of try to learn about the wildlife that's out here and how it functions and try to protect people and make everyone satisfied and content in whatever way, whatever needs that they have, because there's all kinds of various quests that you'll be going on for people, and they're not violent. They're not go kill this monster or do this thing, right? It's a game that's sort of in this new cozy vibe of games. And I know a lot of people maybe don't like that term, but this one is genuinely like that. If you enjoy the idea of going back to nature and taking care of the environment and just making sure that everyone is having a good time, this is your game.
Yeah. I actually find that really funny because I was talking to my friend the other day who lives in Japan, and I said, so do you go out and you go on some runs? And he's like, no, I live in the part of Japan where monkeys and bears chase me if I would go on a run. And it would make me run faster, but it's also not what I want to do at all. So I'm just thinking about the world being restored and the animals out there.
He could use some Rangers.
Yeah. You see, there's definitely no fighting, but I don't know. The bears might be into it anyway. So how do we play the game?
Problems.
Yeah.
Well, the first thing you do in the game is you're going to create your character, and it's a whole thing. In the game itself, they recommend going through the prologue of the game, and in that, they want you to sort of start out by choosing your characteristics, and they might be things like brave or concentrated and things like that. My recommendation, though, is to start out with your character class, if you will. It's called your background, and then your specialty. And once you have those cards figured out, then you can go back and you say, okay, what are the cards that can sort of fill in the gaps for the cards that I want to be using and make them run better? So I think we're going to do it that way, if you don't mind.
No, that's great. And so what are you looking for when you say that you want them to work together well?
Yeah, so in the game, there are tests that you perform in order to do everything. And you have 4 main attributes. There's focus, which is your mental. There's spirit, which is how you get along with everything, animals and people.
Bears.
Yeah, bears, monkeys. And there's fitness, which is how you traverse the world mainly. And the last one is your alertness and perception. So those attributes give you the ability to do tests, and you have numbers between 1 and 4 if you have the expansion, 1 and 3 usually if you don't, that you can choose for each of those, and they are they're never going to have 2 3s. You get a 1 3, 2 2s, and a 1 usually. Yeah. And so then those give you tokens that you can use to spend in order to perform tests. But in addition, you can commit cards to tests. And the cards have these 4 symbols on them. And so depending on what cards you want to do and what you want to be good at, you're going to have a different makeup of those within your deck.
Right.
Now, the the way that the game has you make your character is you choose your specialty, you choose your background, and out of each of those, out of all the decks that are cards that are available to you, you're going to choose 5 pairs to start out, and you can have a single pair from an outside interest. So not your background, not your specialty, something else. That is, again, how the game normally runs. And you can have cards that you get as rewards through playing the game. Once you have those rewards, then you can swap those cards in and out of your deck every time that you camp and go into a new day.
Right.
What I like to do...
You might have changed it a little bit? Or?
I prefer certain house rules sometimes.
Okay, yeah.
And the reason for this one is I really enjoy that idea of being able to change out your cards and change yourself, and okay, I'm preparing for this day and I'm going to have these different things. So I like to start the game where you choose 6 pairs of cards rather than 5, and then the 6th one exists in a sideboard.
Okay.
Just like it was your own reward.
Yeah.
And so you get 1 extra background pairing, 1 extra specialty pairing, and 1 extra outside interest.
Okay.
You've studied a little harder
than
most people.
All right. All right, yeah.
So what are you thinking of looking at?
I think that maybe we should play, and then we'll come back and talk about the game some more here in a little bit too. Yeah.
All right, well, go ahead and make up your character. Oh, this arrow shows that she goes down in my within reach.
So you just got...
I met a person.
Yeah, Olive the Ranger aspirant. Okay. Yep. And talk about your deck real quick before you do more with that.
Oh, sure, sorry.
Yeah.
So my deck is a combination of Spirit Speaker and Shepherd. So I like to have these beings, these spirits that I can talk to and convince to do things for me. But then I also like to be able to move them around to where I need them to be. That's my main way of getting things to happen in the world. And I'm almost entirely set up to be non-confrontational and use spirit and convince things to go my way as opposed to fighting them, because I have no weapons. I have no means of getting violent, really. And your character, in what I think is a brave move, doesn't have much fitness.
Yeah, I have a character with 3 awareness, 2 spirit, 2 focus, and 1 fitness. I didn't really put any fitness in this deck. I am an artificer artisan.
Yeah,
who's pretty nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there has to be a certain level of fitness if you're going to be looking to fight things.
Yeah. So we're not going to be looking to fight things.
No.
Yeah.
All right, so I've run across Olive, and then also you get to draw one.
Yep. So I have Wind and Wear. It's a moment hazard.
Oh. I
choose, so we can pause to perform some maintenance, or B, it will be fine. So if I pause to perform, do I have to decide before I read? I'm going to read them. It's fine.
Go ahead, read it.
FOC, yeah. It'd be FOC plus repair. 2, your weather gear to add a unique token to one of your equipped tech for every 2 effort. If you fail, discard a gear from your player area or your hand. So that would do nothing right now, right?
Right. We haven't even really started our day, so we don't have anything equipped.
It'll be fine. Discard a gear from your hand or discard 3 unique tokens from among your equipped gear. So I can choose A and just have nothing happen. That I am just kind of looking at my backpack or stuff attached to me, and that's it.
That seems fair.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then I should check this card, and it does have an entry in the book to read when we meet Olive.
Yeah, let's read that real quick.
Sure. Okay.
So while George is looking that up, normally on board game games in the past, I've done a lot of interviews with designers and other people who worked in the board games. I'm here tonight with George because I just lost my full-time job in board games, and I'm trying to get back in this. So hopefully I can get recording again, because I found a lot of joy in talking with people and being with people, because I think board games generally should do something important, whether it's connect us or ask questions or do something of that nature, both of which are important to basic human existence.
Absolutely agreed.
So I'll go from talking about bears chasing people to, again, me, I guess, navel staring, as my friend Liz would say. And that episode still might happen. I did text her the other morning before other things happened and said, you know who we should talk about, because I heard about it on Radiolab, was Fritz Haber. We should talk about Fritz Haber and morality in board games. And we were getting that conversation going, and that might still happen.
Interesting.
Yeah. So this card that we got is actually from the Spire expansion. So this is your warning. This is your spoiler alert if you haven't played this part of Earthborn Rangers. The game's been out for a while, but in any case, yeah, 209 is what we're going to read here.
Ahead, you spot Olive Soul sitting on a low branch overlooking the southern woods. Having gone through much of your training together, you remember Olive well, but you also remember that during the Atrox Mountain night hike, an important exercise in every ranger's training, she fell from a great height and broke both her legs. It was a sobering experience for everyone involved, and a not so subtle reminder that the life of a ranger is often perilous. Because of her injury, Olive needed to spend many moons in recovery and fell behind in her training as a result. It does your heart good to see her up and about again. She cautiously hops down as you approach. Hey, how's your patrol going? She asks. Must be nice to finally be done with your training, huh? Her voice seems like it carries a bit of envy. We can clear Olive by putting progress tokens on the card in order to ask her more in depth how her training is going.
Yeah, so there is no active predator. That's one of the options. Or the first one, though, is Olive uses her training to help you out. You may discard 1 XP from Olive to add 1, I forget what that is. The
Progress.
Progress to another path card.
Yes, but these aren't options that happen now. These are what's special about this game, is that when you do a test, you draw a challenge card, and it will determine, by having a symbol on it, what extra things happen in the world, sort of their own volition.
Yep.
Yeah, so those will happen if one of those symbols appears.
Yep.
Upon the Spirit of the Valley by spending 3 focus.
Okay.
That's the cost.
Yep.
And now I have this spirit that's out here that has some effects on it.
Yep.
What's interesting about this spirit, being as massive as it is, it actually has presence, which means it gets in my way.
Yeah.
And it gets in your way too, potentially.
Okay. Yeah.
But I think that's the card I'm going to play. And on your turn, you either play a card or you pass.
Yeah. So I could probably
Rest. Play a card. Do a test.
or rest.
Or rest, yeah.
This one is called A Stone in the River. And yeah, so it has cost of 1, right?
Yep.
And that is spirit. After you succeed at a void test, exhaust 1 additional beam. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you could get away from 2 things at once.
Yeah, I feel like that's a good thing to.
That's nice. Yeah.
To prepare for.
In case there's anything we need to avoid.
Yep, and this is with equipped gear.
That's equipped. Yeah.
Yeah, because does it say gear on there?
Oh,
No.
you're right. Let me take a look.
Yeah.
Oh no, this is a moment. It's a moment.
moment.
You play it as you're
It's
doing.
a response.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. So I can't do that. Sounds nice. We'll be ready to do that in the future.
That's right.
This is an attachment. I could do that, but they're not useful. I got this. I guess I didn't shuffle very well. Not that.
You didn't mulligan very well at the start of the
I
day
did
either.
not. We're gonna pretend that I did not keep that card, and I drew another one because they're
let's do
two of the
that.
same. How about this attribute? I could play an attribute, but if I do that, then
No, usually you just play attributes for their symbols. So they're usually done when you're doing a test. Unless it says something on the text that I'm not aware of.
yep, this is all. Yeah, this is just straight up flavor. So I don't know. Maybe I will rest because
Oh my gosh.
these hiking greaves are cool, and I want to be ready to do things.
Yes, absolutely play the hiking greaves.
Really, but then I'm not gonna have any spirit. So we could do that. Fine, we'll do it. We'll test my lack of fitness.
Yeah.
So I have my energized hiking greaves out.
Right.
They use X buffers. When you perform a test, suffer X fewer fatigue from each card between you and the card with which you are interacting.
Okay. So when you have to go past beings and obstacles, they have this presence. The amount of total presence is how much fatigue you will take. So that will help you. Okay, good.
It's pretend fitness.
Yeah. All right, so I will next put out my sheepdog, Oru the sheepdog, and he costs me 2 spirit to call upon him. He's a being that will let me move other beings around. So
Okay.
we can rest, and then we just draw,
I just want to rest.
draw some more cards.
I'm going to
Sure.
rest because that's really what I have to do.
All right, well, I will rest also, and then what happens is we're going to the next phase. We're going to check up here, and it says, for refresh, discard a cloud. So one of the clouds has gone from the sky, and then we're starting again. So I will draw a ranger card, a path card, sorry. Oh, it's another moment. That's interesting. A little lost. It took you some time to notice, but eventually you realize that you've accidentally gone off trail. That's why we're doing so poorly. We're off trail. You check your maps and you scour your memory, but you're unsure of which way to proceed from here. Okay, well, we can choose to backtrack or we can continue on our present course. So, you want to make that choice without knowing what it does?
Yeah, I'll make that choice.
Sure.
Let's continue on our present course.
Yeah, that's wise.
That's me. Yeah.
We attach this moment onto the location and increase its presence by 1.
Okay.
Right, here we go. So now our presence is going to be 7 up here. No, 2. The presence is 2. That's okay.
Yeah, it's just 2.
Yeah, no worries.
Yep. All right.
That was my card. Now you get to draw yours.
All right. We have an animal here. It's a Sitkado.
Oh, good.
SPI plus that symbol, shoe, away the skittish grazer to move this bean.
Okay, so there's a test that we can use to move it around.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
it may do some things depending on what tests and challenges we take out. And it goes in your within range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
And we each draw 1 card.
And so in order to interact with that, what do we need to do?
Well, the common tests that we can do.
Yep.
There's a fitness test if you're trying to traverse an obstacle or traverse a location.
Not me.
There's a spirit test to connect with a creature. That's one way we could put progress towards its number of 4 here.
Yep.
And then if you want to focus and remember your training, you can draw a card out of your deck. And then your awareness, which is what you're very good at, is avoiding things. So if you wanted to avoid that doe, you could.
I might be able to use my spirit and connect. Right? I need a 4. Yeah.
Except,
yeah.
yeah, we rested. You need to refill your...
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You didn't refill yours either.
That's right.
Yep.
So yes, you have enough to do that.
So it's your turn,
Okay, so...
but let's talk about that more in a minute.
Well, we are going to want to travel eventually to the Lost Tree Station.
Okay.
So I think what I will do is try to put some progress on it. And, oh, no, we want to put progress on Olive. I want to talk to Olive. So yeah, that's what I'm going to try to do. To put progress on her, I'm going to need Spirit and Connect. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm going to do 2 Spirit, and I will commit a Healing Touch card, which has a heart symbol on it, because I don't think we need to do any healing right now, so I'll just let it go, and that'll give me a total of 3, and her presence is 1. Gonna have to just get a 1, so here we go. I draw a challenge card. My Spirit is +1 on that card, so that gives me a total of 4.
Yep.
Perfect. I did succeed. Now, that's going to put 4 progress on her, which is great. But then also this sun symbol is out. So we
Right.
check across everything that is active. Yours are not active to me.
Right.
So that doesn't happen, but these will. And this sun symbol says, you may move up to 4 progress from the spirit of the valley onto another spirit in the same area. I don't need to do that. And on Olive herself, Olive uses her training to help you out. You may discard 1 XP from Olive to add 1 progress to another path card. Well,
That's not bad.
yeah, let's do that. Let's discard, and she'll go down to 3. And then we'll put 1 onto,
We're going to the tree.
oh, that's a path card.
It is. Yeah.
Of course. There we go. Yeah,
Yep.
we'll do that.
Okay. Cool. That's pretty good.
That's
I kinda
solid.
want Olive to stay around for a little while.
I want to know what her deal is, though.
I'm going to talk with her. Yeah. But okay, let's do the same thing. Let's. I think I'm going to try to. I can just draw a card. No.
Well, you can use your focus to remember and draw 1 that way, yes.
Yeah. Let's do that. Let's do this one. Astute. Because I can spin this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then however many cards you want to scout. Yeah, I'd probably just spend 1 because you have 2 of those symbols. That'll get you 3 already.
Yeah. I think that's the thing to do. Yep.
Okay,
Yep. I keep 1, right?
let's see. Okay, but it is a test, so you still do have to get a challenge.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, and it gave you +1, so you hit 4.
Yep. And it's a
And that's
mountain.
definitely a success, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, something happens over here because that's a mountain. So scouting is what now? What?
So you're going to look into your deck, that
Yeah.
number of cards.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm drawing.
Yeah,
That's what I want to draw.
perfect.
Okay.
And then the mountain symbol gives us an extra cloud.
Great.
And what
Maybe.
else does it do?
If there's an active predator, exhaust it. There's not.
There is not. We're
So,
okay.
yep.
Good.
This doe could die from a predator, unfortunately.
She could, and Olive could also be run off by a predator.
Yep.
Yeah, so hopefully that doesn't happen. Back to me.
Yep.
Oh, I'm going to use my piercing whistle. I'm going to spend 1 awareness in order to blast out a piercing whistle.
Okay.
And that is going to allow me to search my ranger deck for a being and add it to my hand. So I know exactly what being I want. Here we go. Got it. Add it to my hand. Okay, and I can discard another being from my hand in order to play that being immediately, and I will do that. I'm going to discard this Irix spirit, and I will immediately play this Lutrinal spirit,
Okay.
which is basically a future otter.
Nice. All right. I'm going to use my one fitness here to play my carbon forged theodolite. When you perform an avoid test in the future, reduce your effort by 1, which would help me with that. And when I perform a traverse test, commit 1 effort. This gear gains the following tests at that point. So we'll deal with that when that comes up.
Yeah. Okay. I think I'm ready to rest.
Okay. I am also going to rest.
All right, so we get our attribute tokens back.
Yep.
We get to draw a single card. Ooh, that's an interesting one. And then we will once again draw from the path deck.
Aha, now I have the thing that works together with the other thing.
I can't wait. Oh, I've run into an overgrown thicket, which is in the way between us and Lone Tree Station.
We definitely didn't barrel through to the next location. that didn't happen.
This is an obstacle, so we actually can't get to the next location until we deal with it.
Yeah.
Okay, then you need to draw one as
Yeah.
well.
I'm just reading this.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. All right. What do we got going on? Cordo, Ranger Veteran.
Ah,
He is a being, human ranger. We have page section 44 that we're going to read from.
perfect.
And he's got, he's friendly.
Okay, good to hear.
Good thing the fitness guy showed up to me. You can use fitness test plus hunt 2 with Cordo to add 1 damage to a being for every effort, 2 effort, then add an equal amount of spirit.
Oh, he's a tough guy, is he?
Yeah.
All right, so add an equal amount of progress onto
Progress
Cordo.
to go, yeah.
I see. That's how we get him on our side, is we give him stuff to bash.
Yeah, clear the progress or the damage, according to 44, I guess.
Through the brush, you hear 2 people arguing with each other. One you immediately recognize as Cordo Haverson, but it takes a moment before you recognize the other as Spirit Speaker Now. You don't think you've heard her raise her voice ever before. You push forward and come across the 2 of them in the midst of a heated debate. Cordo's face is flushed and now has her arms crossed and is glaring. Although you're not sure what's going on, you feel like you should step in. If Nal is not in play, she is not, search the path deck for her and put her into play in the same area as Cordo.
Great.
But do not read her normal entry.
She's supposed to be in the path deck?
Yes, but if not, I will find her elsewhere.
Oh, no, I found her.
Okay.
I found her. Don't read her normal entry.
No, you just put her right into play alongside Cordo there.
All right, because she's not evidently friendly right now.
You get between Nal and Cordo, and you ask them what they're arguing about. Cordo huffs, then Nal rolls her eyes and turns to you. We've been debating this since Cordo and I first met, actually, she says. It's a question of our role here, both as rangers and inhabitants of this valley. Don't make it so dramatic, Cordo grumbles. I just think that if we're going to be proper stewards here, it's up to us to clean up our ancestors' mistakes. Biomelds are not mistakes, Nal shoots back. They may have been created for a purpose thousands of years ago, but the time since, they've evolved and they've become part of the ecosystem. They reproduce, they coexist. They're just like any other being. Oh, you think that caustic mulcher that has been lumbering around the wooded area of the valley is coexisting with everything? Cordo looks at you. Maybe you guys can settle this. Nal thinks that big, sticky-tongued, acid-drooling eating machine is a part of the environment. I, on the other hand, think it's been eating its way through the rest of the ecosystem, and it is time to stop it. What do you think? He reaches into his pocket and pulls out a ball of cloth. You catch it and open it, and you find it's actually a long and lethal-looking gauze blade that he's handed you.
So I need to make a choice right now?
Well, first we gain the gauze blade reward card.
Okay. So I'm holding the gauze blade in my hand. I could share this with you. It kind of looks like a Chris knife, but it's like more wooden looking, I guess. Do you want one in your deck? I can actually handle this thing because it's only one fitness too. It's up to you.
Yeah, we should probably split it.
Yeah. It actually will help me with the Sitcado also. So.
Well, okay, yeah. I mean, he said we got it, so my understanding with the game was that when you get a reward, you have to camp in order to equip it to change out your deck. But I don't know. It sounds like we just got it. Well, let's find out what else he says.
Yeah.
Well, before he says anything, Nal sighs. Well, it's important to be able to identify yourself to it, just like any other being, she says. The caustic mulcher, like the other biomelds around here, it's an important part of the ecosystem. I haven't observed a drastic decrease in animal population. Have you? If the mulcher was a mistake, nature would have corrected it by now. It doesn't eat everything, only what it must. Cordo grunts. You've already told me your plan to prove it, coating yourself in leaf paste and seeing if the mulcher will eat you or spit you out. That sounds like a terrible idea. If I'm right, Nal says, then the mulcher won't eat living plants or something else that tastes like one. It's not cutting a swathe through the forest. It's helping to manage it. Rangers choose.
Okay.
Agree with Cordo, the mulcher has got to go, or agree with Nal, the mulcher is misunderstood.
I agree with Nal.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's already part of the environment. Like, as far as messing with, you don't know what you're going to change in the ecosystem by removing something that's doing a lot.
Right. And if we haven't observed animals going away, then it's probably safe enough.
Yeah.
Okay, we could live to regret this.
Sure.
But we'll see. We gain an accommodation mission.
Okay. All right, we have an accommodation mission. What is it?
The accommodation mission says, you've agreed to help Spirit Speaker Nal investigate the caustic mulcher's purpose in the ecosystem. Explore the woodlands of the valley where caustic mulchers can be found. When a ranger is removed, when a something, we'll find out what that symbol is removed from a caustic mulcher, move it to this mission. Oh yeah, when a ranger is removed from a caustic mulcher, move it to this mission. It cannot be moved from this mission by the mulcher's effects.
Okay.
At any point, the group can choose to change their mind and help Cordo instead.
Grab our gauze blade. Okay.
That's right. Okay. If they do, remove all rangers from this mission and flip it over. And we'll see what happens on the backside.
Okay.
If we have all rangers on this mission by being first placed on the caustic mulcher,
Yep.
Then we have an entry to read.
Okay. Yep. Deal with the caustic mulcher. That's an appropriate name for me. If anybody knows my email addresses. All right. So I can't, with both of them, I can't do the normal things that are on them, right? Right now?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're just kind of in our way right now, fighting each other, and we have to step around them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna wear us out
Yeah.
before we can get out of here.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
And we've got a thicket to worry about as well.
Well, you should have looked. That's all. All right. So you're going into spirit speaker mode right now.
As a keeper of the grove, I have to choose when I start out.
Yeah.
Am I speaking to spirits or am I speaking the normal way? And I'm going to actually just go into my spirit speaking mode. So
Okay.
I will start to commune with my spirits, which takes focus and hearts. And I have quite a few of these. So I'm just gonna blow through it. So there's 3. And we'll just do we'll just do 4. We'll do 4. Okay, 4. And I'm going to commune with my spirit of the valley. And try to put some serious tokens on her. So I'll draw a test for that. Well, it added 0, but that's okay. It didn't get in the way of anything. So I do get to put on 4 times 2, which is 8.
Nice.
Fantastic connection with the valley right now. And then we look at what happens with the symbol that came up. So it's going to increase our cloudiness, which is kind of nice to be fair. And then this new obstacle, discard a progress from this feature. If you do, it fatigues you. Well, it had no progress, so I haven't got that to worry about. And then, Spirit of the Valley, you may discard 3 progress from this spirit to gain 1 energy of any type. Oof. I think I'm okay not doing that. I think I'm gonna pass on that for now.
Okay. And how do I get to the caustic mulcher? How does that work?
We have to find the caustic mulcher.
Yeah, we have to find it.
By searching through woodlands.
Searching through woodlands.
We are currently in a woods, so maybe it'll come up.
Yeah.
That would be lucky.
But I can't. I don't know what I can even do right now because.
Because you're so surrounded by people.
I am a doe and.
Oh wait! Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
You know what I can do though? I'm going to try to shoo this doe away. So I'm going to spend all that. But we'll see what I get over here.
All right, so you get 4, yeah.
I'm at 4, yep.
Okay.
On spirit.
+1, 5.
5. And we have to do a mountain thing, which for me, if does that still happen? Because I did shoo the doe away.
No, when it hits its limit, it's gone.
Yep. So that's gone.
Fantastic.
Okay, at least I dealt with that. And that's back to you.
Okay.
So cloudy.
Okay, nothing.
There's
on
no
there.
progress
Yeah,
on that
we're
one, so
fine.
don't worry about that.
Back to me. Okay. Well, still in my spirit realm. So the next thing I will try to do is influence. I can try to influence the material plane to move features and beings.
Mm-hmm.
So
move Cordo over
I'm
here?
trying to get, yeah, I will. I will try to get these guys out of your way, for sure. But that's going to be a bit challenging for me because I have 2 fitness and I need fitness and I need delta symbols. So the most I can do right now is 3.
I could just go looking for this being. It's massive. Why can't I find this thing, right?
Oh gosh. In order to get there, my own spirit gets in my way. So that's 1. And then 2 for the thicket. So it's a test of 2 plus 2 more for whichever one I'm trying to influence. Yikes. That's a 4, and I only have a 3. So I would have to rely on getting a good card draw.
I think you can.
You just want your guy out of the way.
Of course I do, but
I'm going to try it. Okay.
What's the point of always being careful?
Just for you. I'm giving it a shot.
You want to try it if you were just down 1?
Oh, wait. I am ingenious, according to this card.
As I told you to do the thing. Great. Good. You are ingenious.
So it says, before you commit this attribute of ingenuity, you can suffer 1 fatigue, and I will. That's what you just said, isn't it? The attribute gains another 1. So now I have 4, which is exactly what I need.
Yeah. Now the universe is going to make that a -1. It was a +1.
No, it was a -1 the whole time.
No, it was no. This is observation. You just changed the universe next to us, and then this one happened, and this is like interconnected, multiverse stuff.
No, this is meant to be. It's a +1. No, it isn't. What is it?
Fitness, yeah.
+1.
You did it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Perfect.
And sunshine, you get all that different stuff happening.
So, influence.
Bunch of stuff happening.
I get to dodge all cards that share. Oh, dodge all cards that share an area with a spirit. Oh, that wouldn't have mattered. Never mind.
Got excited about.
I will
nothing.
move. Would you like Cordo to be moved or now to be moved?
Can you move just one of them?
Yeah, it's a
Here you go. Take
feature. Or
Knife Man.
Right. Okay, he's going to go up here.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't want him in front of me.
Oh yeah.
So there he is, and that worked out really well. And now Sunshine says, I may either exhaust my lutrinal spirit or discard 2 progress from it. I can just exhaust it. And if I do, I move 3 progress from the spirit. Oh, well, he has no progress, so never mind. That didn't happen. But the spirit of the valley, I may move up to 4 progress from this spirit to another spirit in the same area.
Okay.
So hang on, let's do that first. Let's say we did that first. So 6 minus 4 is 2. That puts 4 onto the lutrinal spirit. Now I can exhaust the lutrinal spirit, and lutrinal spirit can put 3 of its progress onto a non-spirit being. So here we go. That goes to 1. 3 onto Olive gets her to 6, which is exactly what we needed.
And there we go.
We did it. Training is, well, it's been difficult, Olive says. I've learned about as much as I can about being a ranger. I've spent a lot of time in the library reading books, studying maps, but I haven't had the courage to go back out into the field since the accident. Maybe Bo was right after all. I'm just not cut out to be a ranger. You tell Olive that you're sorry to hear that she's having trouble, but that she shouldn't give up. It's surely only a matter of time before she's ready to go back out there. Maybe, she says, and at this light, a light seems to kindle behind her eyes. Say, would you be willing to help me? You're right. I can't just sit around at Lone Tree Station the rest of my life. I'd feel a lot more confident if a full-fledged ranger was right by my side. Mm-hmm. What do you say?
Of course.
Absolutely. Olive looks so relieved that she might cry. Really? Oh, thank you, thank you. I better get going before I lose my nerve. Okay, discard all the progress from Olive and attach the Helping Hand mission onto her. We've got a person we're going to help.
So we just finished our story of Earthborn Rangers together. We encountered a caustic mulcher that caused us a lot of problems, but it was not actually a problem beast. That's what we'll say about that.
Right.
Yeah, that was fun. Make sure you get all your keywords in this game. That's probably the one thing to keep in mind. It had been a while since I played, and it's just important to find all those little things. Anything else you want to say about it? The deck building is something you do before you play, and it is important because mine could have been a little bit different. But I ended up with lots of gear that was all mixed types of gear too.
You always had something useful going on over there. I wasn't familiar with your deck, so I didn't know what you could do. So it was nice having. It was like a surprise every so often. Hey, this thing happened. Oh, well, that's very nice.
Yeah, it was a kind of random deck, but I looked for some synergy, even though I made it pretty quick. Yeah, what did you like about your deck? Is that one you've played before, or?
It is one I've played before. I really like the ability of being able to bounce the spirits off of each other and say, okay, I'm going to commune with this spirit and get this spirit really revved up, and then this spirit can give some of that energy to another spirit that does a very useful thing for me, and it can just happen over and over, sort of as a spirit engine.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, it's useful.
Well, that was a fun one. And then earlier tonight we played Shadowrift, which is kind of a riff in its own way on Dominion. Also felt very similar to Legendary for me. I could feel the ramp up that, especially like Legendary Alien. At the end, we were dealing with zombies. The zombies aren't too bad in and of themselves. They just clutter up the amount of big bad guys that keep coming out. In that game, basically, you have this market. I think that's probably the most interesting thing about it. That's what I enjoyed, is that there's a market both for like these passive villagers, right? That come out. So you can buy cards that add to the villagers because you need to do that in order to make sure there's not too many corpses in the village as these shadow beings are coming. You know, we just happen to play with the zombies. And there's also the progressing villains who get stronger if you don't deal with them. And then you have your own personal deck that's available. And we were playing on the Legendary or
Epic
way of playing the game, which it was a lot of fun. But I would definitely play that game again because I'm a big fan of Legendary in general, and I liked the way that one felt, and it had that fantasy element to it. So what do you want to say about it, George?
Yeah, that's always been one of my favorites, and I think the reason for that is the story that it tells, so that you have this village that is being attacked by this overwhelming force, and there's a certain number of villagers that live there. And so there's this deck of villagers that's only 10 cards at the start of the game, but you can convince these travelers to come and help you and join the village, which that must be some conversation to get them to come in when there's zombies marauding.
I mean, that's a zombie trope in and of itself, right? Of like, you're getting some people to help out other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're convincing them, and you're giving them some coin as well. Let's face it. But
yeah. Do you have a favorite zombie movie?
Ooh, Shaun of the Dead.
Okay, yeah. That's a good one. We recently watched this one that was really. I won't give away the ending, but it had Tilda Swinton in it. Do you know what I'm talking about? And oh goodness sakes, I'm so bad with the actors' names. Bill Murray and somebody else from Star Wars. He is the bad guy who was redeemed. What's his name? Han Solo's son.
Okay,
Leia's son.
gotcha.
Anyway, that actor, and it ended very oddly. It was. I think Tilda was my favorite. She was samurai wielding, and
okay.
Yeah, but anyway,
I'm intrigued. I'll check that one out.
It's very okay. So anyway, yeah, zombies, and I agree. I think that tells a nice, fun story, and you can tell a lot of narratives there and have some good experiences with it.
Yeah, as the monsters come moving through their attack stages, they go across the top of the board, and each step that they get closer or deeper into the town, they have different things that each of them will do. And very often it's hunt for this particular kind of person in your town. So it feels really personal. It feels like, I'm losing people out of my town and they get replaced by corpses. And then if you ever draw out your town and it's all corpses or corpses plus bad guys.
I mean, that's always my town.
Yeah, that could happen. You have these ne'er-do-wells that just enter your town as well. And if it's just them and the corpses, then you're going to lose. So it has sort of I think both of these games, interestingly enough, Shadowrift and Earthborn Rangers, both have this element of the game has a life of its own. And I really like that.
Yeah, I can see that. Well, thanks for listening to Board Game Games. I'll probably be recording with George again soon. I might try to record something in between as I'm going to be exploring different games. And thanks for listening. Catch you next time.
Thanks so much. Happy to be along and happy to come again.
You just listened to Board Game Games as we talked about the game Earthborn Rangers as we played it and then finished a scenario. We also talked about the game Shadowrift. Thanks for listening as we continue to explore the world of tabletop games. Happy gaming!